Welcome. Today I'm going to show you how to navigate through the Nearpod platform. We're going to create a lesson. We're also going to learn how to navigate through the Nearpod lesson library. And then I'm going to show you how to integrate a add-on from Nearpod into your Google slide deck. So we're going to log in here and notice that this is the web-based version. So if you're on a PC or laptop, it'll look like this. But if you're in an iPad or a tablet or a smartphone, it's going to look slightly different, but same functions. I am logging in using my Gmail account. And so what we are entering is what's called My Library. As you are navigating through Nearpod, if you ever get lost, you can always click on that home screen, that home picture icon, because it takes you to your Nearpod library. So as you can see to the right here are all my preloaded lessons and some that I have created. Over to the left, you select Nearpod Lesson Library, and that takes you to all of the preloaded lessons within the Nearpod platform. Two ways to navigate. You can search here for, let's say, 5th grade math and see what comes up. Or you can be more specific and use the drop-down filters and include the types of standards you're looking for. So Common Core standards or next generation standards, or you can actually just go down to your state. I'll select Michigan. I'll select math. Say I want to focus on 4th grade. Then you have additional options to select from as well. You can be specific with the strands that align to the content standard, or you can just leave it vague with all strands. But notice as we select things to the left, the availability to the right changes. So if we say free, we have one lesson that's free. But if we select paid, you get multiple lessons. The resource type. Do I want a virtual reality lesson, a skills builder where we're just focusing on one concept and we're working with that, or do I want a full lesson? As we select full lesson, we have more options. Or do I just want to work on maybe assessments or a combination of both? That's how you select a lesson from the Nearpod library. We're back into My Library once again. We just selected that home icon and it brought us right back here. We're going to create a lesson now. Two ways to do that. We can use this plus sign here and create a lesson, or we can select lesson in Google Slides or lesson in Nearpod where we're creating our own lesson in either the platform or in Google Slides. Let's go ahead and click the Nearpod lesson. So we can add a slide here and we can add content to it. So when we add content, that can be a Nearpod 3D picture, a simulation, a field trip, BBC videos. There are lots of content to be added into the Nearpod slide deck, as well as web content that can be added here. You can also add different activities. Time to Climb is Nearpod's gamification version of adding games to a lesson. You can add different questioning technique with open-ended questions, matching pairs, which is good for visual learners to match up concepts. You can embed quizzes, which works on that formative assessment. As you build the quizzes into your lesson, it automatically collects the data and generates a report for you. So what I'm going to do is take you back to My Library and show you a preloaded lesson that was already created for sake of time. And I'm going to show you how to launch the code so the students can access the lesson. A live lesson is when the teacher guides the slide deck and the students don't have control over it. A student-paced lesson is where the students have control over it and they can move at their own pace. However, the student-paced version is when you have an upgraded account. I do not, so we won't be able to see that. Let's launch a live lesson. We are in the teacher mode of Nearpod right now, and this is how students get the code to access. So you can email it to them, share it on social media, send it in a link if you have Google Classroom or Remind, or if you use Microsoft apps. We are now back to the learning library. And so what we're going to do is just create a quick add-on. So we're going to go in here and edit this current one just so you can get the opportunity to see how you can add things in. So this is currently a quiz that we have. We want to add a slide to it with some content. Click add slide, add content. Let's add a 3D image. Want to add a mosquito there. Doesn't align with the math lesson, but just for sake of showing you. Let's add one additional slide. Add an activity. Let's add open-ended question. Do you believe the picture is of an insect? Why? And so you notice with that open-ended question, let's preview that slide. It lets you know what type of slide it is going into the deck. And it can be previewed, it can be edited. This is the slide prior to it, and this is the quiz. This is the overall slide deck that we just created or added onto. In addition, if you wanted to upload into this presentation, you could go to your Google Drive and you could add something in if you wanted to. And it walks you through the steps of how you do that. So if I wanted to take a slide from this deck on nouns and plug it into this current presentation, it takes a minute, but I could do that. We're still in preview mode of the quiz slide deck, but we've added on to here a picture of a mosquito. We've also added on open-ended questions. And we've also embedded or uploaded an additional 66 slide deck from Google Doc by just simply clicking the upload button. This is how you create your own slide deck and presentation within the Nearpod platform. Now we're back to the library again. Lastly, I want to share with you how to add Google Slides in your Nearpod slides and merge them together. So if you have a Google Slide presentation that you already have, it's already created, and you want to just do some add-ons to this Google slide, but you want to use some of the Nearpod features such as the virtual field trip or the draw it or an open-ended question. These are the steps that you're going to take. You're going to click add-on, go to Nearpod, and this is assuming that Nearpod is already installed. If it's not, it will give you a prompt to install it. So you go to Nearpod, open Nearpod. Takes a few seconds. So you can't copy and paste Nearpod slides. However, you can edit this lesson. So we already have a few in here. I'm going to add some activities to this existing slide. Add it in. Bridge, let's add in a collaborate page, collaborate board. This is where students can drag in images, post text, or like someone's image. You can do all of that here. So we're gonna choose to embed that. Click save and go to Nearpod. It's saving takes a few moments to save. So the slide deck is finally finished. You could actually go in and preview it. You can edit it, or you can just create a live lesson to walk students through it. Let's go through and take a little peek at it and see what the preview looks like. Nothing but nouns. It's a 63 deck, slide deck. That's why it took a little bit longer. But we can see our embedded Nearpod features in this Google slide deck. There you go, another different one, a draw on it, where students have the options to use these tools down here to draw on it. Teacher could lock this page if she so chose to, or if he chose to. Then it goes back into the natural Google slides that were already pre-existing. That is how you embed activities into your Google Slides. Overall, Nearpod has a lot of great features that can't fit into this one video, but they even have quick launch of new products here. And then they have additional teacher resources down here with lots of videos and connections. So I hope you enjoyed this video and get something from it. Have a good evening.